I think I'm live on my desk. I mean, sorry, my laptop, not my desktop. I'm not at home. I'm at my apartment that I share with my brother. All right. So, um, I'm calling this taking your life back from mental illness. Um, I'm going to give you some updates. So, I just sent my mom a text and she was just asking about how my brother's doing. He is actually out running again. So, it's like 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Um, for those who are following, he was a former runner in when he was younger, and so a couple of weeks ago, just trying to talk to him while distracting him because he has a lot of anxiety about doctors or a lot of people right now, a lot of things. Um, but just coming into the realization that he is a runner and he should really go into thinking about running as a hobby and as a way to, just have meaning in life, right? Something to do. Because he is retired. His memory from mental illness is really kind of wrecked right now. I don't know if that's ever going to come back. I did ask him about it today. I don't know if it's ever really going to come back, but he seems more focused today. I don't know how much exercise he actually did today, though. I think we just looked at his watch. He did like 15,000 steps. So, and that was just, like I said, an hour, up to an hour ago. He's going back out again. So, I don't know. Um, but I am going to give you some things that I'm doing with him for him. And the text that I just sent my mom when she asked. Um, and I feel like healing comes from it's a holistic thing. I do this as an educator. Teaching children is a holistic thing. You don't just throw information at them and then be like, I'm done. You really do have to figure out what is best for a person based on their learning style, but all those things, their personality. I know my brother, so I said the other day, I think the final piece, his mindset, he's I don't know, he's kind of fluctuating between getting therapy and not. And I feel like he really does need to see somebody. And he was at first saying yes, but I think now he has anxiety and he's not talking to many people except for me, right? So, um, and that I can totally understand that, but I eventually want him to not let it get by too fast on that. So this is the text I sent my mom. I'm not trying to sponsor any brands or anything. So I had been giving him magnesium to go to sleep with. Of what I had, I ran out of my magnesium. I've been using it on him, and for him to like have something. And then there was, and I don't. And again, I'm not trying to slam any brands out there, but there is a brand that everybody's into in gummy form. It will say things like sleep on the bottle or stress on the bottle. And it does have the ingredients listed on the bottle. See, that's another thing when it comes to me in my biohacking. It's like legally they can say it's in there, but you don't know how much is in there. It could be a drop and then the rest is just gelatin, you know? And legally they can do that. And for me, though, when I'm doing my experiments and my research, I want it pure. I want to know. I want to see me do it as a chemist, as an alchemist, and all those things. So I did buy more magnesium in powder form. And I also found another product that apparently the Vicks company, and that's as far as I'll go with that, has now that I guess people were using cold medicine as a form of, going to sleep. And so now I guess the company was like, well, since everybody's using the cold medicine to go to sleep, well, maybe we just need to make the sleep stuff. So I got that. I was a little bit worried about interactions with my brother's other medications. And um, I tried it last night with him. I did not give him a full dose because, again, I'm worried about that. But I did give him his magnesium. made his little beverage to take with his medicine. And his bedtime is from 10, hopefully till 7. If 6 is fine, it works, okay? But he slept through the night last night. And he slept through the night the other night too. So we're starting to make some progress here. I feel like I'm gonna make him a chart. See, again, I'm such a teacher. I'm a weirdo. But this is your life. You gotta, if you want your life back, that's again why I titled this the way I did. You take your life back from mental illness. How serious and how far do you want to go? He's already an athlete and he's used to tracking stuff. I was like, let me just give him the tools to do that with. So I got him a watch, a fake Fitbit watch, so that he can track that sleeping and he can now see for himself when he's sleeping and when he's waking up and how much deep sleep he's getting and how much deep sleep he needs. Um, and the pedometer, of course, is on there. I'm trying to think of heart rate. I'll teach him about that later, but when hopefully he'll come around to meditating, because what I'm doing right now is meditating around him. Meaning when he's in his room, I'm in this room. Like today, I did a meditation. Yesterday, I did a meditation. I did a guided meditation. Normally, I don't do them guided meditations because I've been meditating for a while. I know how to do it by myself. But what I'm doing is showing, not telling. And I think I said something about that the other day, where sometimes you just can't preach to people. You got to show them. You got to show them. And so when I come over and he's, doing whatever he's doing in his room or the bathroom or whatever, I put on a guided meditation yesterday and today, a few of them. So not just one. And I will meditate. And this like an open, okay, this apartment has an open, I don't know, space. So I'm sitting in the living room area, even though we still don't have enough furniture right now. We're working on it. But then the kitchen is right there. So yesterday when I was meditating, he was coming in to make himself dinner. And so of course he can see me meditating. I want him to see me meditating, right? And that's the way I hope that he'll catch on because that's how he started doing Pilates. Because I was telling him about Pilates and he was like, I don't want to do Pilates. And then I gave him the tool that I have. I don't use it anymore. Next thing I know, he's got these Pilates apps on his phone. He's listening. Okay. So that's my game plan for that. So let me read to you what I sent my mother. All right, so the new medication seems to be finally kicking in. It takes about 8 weeks to start finally taking effect. So he is on a new medication, Abilify. Is that what it's called? Yeah. And yesterday I added some more things into his nighttime routine. So the magnesium was one of the things that was already happening, but this Vicks product liquid is the new thing too. And then this is what I also wrote to my mother. So I, read this part and I'm reading this part. So, oops, sorry. The next part is he can see on his watch how long he slept. I make him, and this is the other thing. We'll talk about that in a second. Turmeric and ginger tea to drink in the morning with his pills. I kind of figured out, and again, I think I said this in another video, that he was congested a lot. And that was probably adding to his brain fog. I know when and that's the one thing I am still trying to work on is conquering my allergies. So when I'm congested, I'm just like, ugh, it's not even medicine. I need medicine, so I'm not congested. So turmeric and ginger reduce inflammation. I drink ginger tea almost every day, like seriously. And so I was like, okay, I have this other tea because people also give me tea. They gift me tea because they know that I drink it. And so I got this turmeric and ginger tea, which for when I'm at work, I don't want yellow tea. I'll just be honest. So it does have a yellowness because it's turmeric. right? And so turmeric and ginger tea, I started making that because again, I was doing the research. Brain inflammation. A lot of mental illness is brain inflammation, y'all. Okay? That means it's like, okay, how can I say this? When you injure yourself, you could either have one or a couple of reactions to your body. Say like a bee sting, perfect example. A bee sting you right there, right? At that spot's gonna swell. That's inflammation. Okay. At that spot that gets injured is inflammation. We get inflammation from a lot of things, not just injuries. Sometimes it's the food we eat, sometimes it's the environments that we're living in. That is why people have allergies. That's inflammation. Okay. And so, brain inflammation, some mental illness, not all, from what I'm doing my research on, can benefit from anti-inflammatory how can I say this? Anti-inflammatory foods or things. So, um, and a lot of biohackers are into the cold plunges. Like he's out there running. It's like probably 40 degrees right now. He doesn't have a jacket on. His jacket's here, which again is fine. So maybe the cold air is helping him in and out of his lungs, getting his blood pumping. That's another thing. Blood flow to the brain. And then the turmeric and ginger that I've been giving him for almost a few weeks now, probably like two weeks of that tea in the morning. Because and then adding in his allergy medicine because he needed an allergy pill. Like I'm gonna just be honest, he needed an allergy pill, so we got the 24-hour one, and then the turmeric, the ginger in the morning, along with his morning medicine, and then now the magnesium and the Vicks product at night. Um, Other vitamins I am adding in for him is folate. That was one of the first ones that I realized that could be helpful. It has folate and vitamin B, I believe. Also beneficial for brain health. Okay. And a fish oil. Okay. For the heart. So all the fat oils come in the morning, and time of day is important too. I'm still thinking maybe switching them around just to see, because we also want to attend to that glymphatic system, and I'm still learning about that system. And that's the one system that your brain gets to have its cleaning nightly. Okay, and it happens at night. So I'm trying to find a way to support that system for him and for everybody really. So yeah, so that's the I guess the woo woo kitchen witchery that I'm adding into his other medicine. He's already he already wants to exercise. That's a bonus. I'm adding in the foods. That's necessary in my opinion. So I got him off a lot of the junk food. I still saw some M&Ms in the trash can though, but you can only do what you can do. Um, but I'm providing him with healthy, nourishing foods, that he won't go hungry. He's not craving certain things. Um, got him off the soda. Like again, well, who knows? I'm not going to go too deep in that garbage can, but he was wanting to drink soda every day, several times a day. Y'all, it's the sugar is the thing. Okay, it really is the thing. So I got him off the sugar or pared him down off the sugar or in inviting him to have natural sugar. So there's vegetables and fruits in the refrigerator. There is apples and oranges in the refrigerator, and he does eat them. Um, I was getting him cucumbers, but cucumbers is my thing, of course. He likes pineapple. He was doing those little fruit cup things. You need the real thing. And it was cheaper, in my opinion, to go get it fresh from the, grocery store, supermarket. And eventually I'm going to, start getting the whole pineapple and cutting it myself. Because right now I'm just getting it pre-sliced and wrapped kind of in that way. But he can have fruit. It's just the kinds of sugar. Natural sugar is good for you. Unnatural sugar is not good for you. Okay. And that's basically what I said to my mom in the text. And I'm going to make him foods that will nourish his brain. Um, the final thing, he is now like having some anxiety. Maybe it was always there, but now that he's thinking more clearly, his reactions seem a little bit more noticeable for being afraid of things or having anxiety for things. And so I've been teaching about lemon balm for a long time. And my mom was like texting me, maybe he needs lemon balm, the stuff that I've been teaching her about. And so I was like, well, okay. And there's another adaptogen that I'm doing my research on. I'm hoping I can grow it. I don't want to name it right now because it is rare, quite honestly. And I want to get seeds. I want to start, I want to be growing it before I start telling the world too much about it. If I'm doing the homework, I'm little red henning it, y'all. I'm doing the work. I don't need anybody like, scalping my videos and then doing whatever. So I'm doing the research. So there is another adaptogen out there, ashwagandha. I've been on that for forever. I did have him on it for a little bit and then kind of took him off because I was like, I don't know, like right now, I need him to notice that things are getting better. But at that time, he was not self-aware. He was just over sensory. Like, I'll just say that. So he wasn't aware. So maybe that ashwagandha, maybe a little later. But I'm waiting to start this lemon balm because lemon balm will start working right away and it works for a lot of different things. So I'm going to probably make it for him. Again, that's how I roll. I'm not going to go to the store and buy anything that says lemon balm on the label and just assume that it has enough lemon balm in it. No, I, my favorite, my favorite way of having all of my supplements in herbs is in tincture form, alcohol stilled. There's sugar still, but it's just not the same. So alcohol stilled uh, tinctures is my most favorite form. And depending on what the herb is, like say rosemary, I know it's abundant. I just get it dried or go outside somewhere and get it. It's everywhere. Mint is everywhere. So I know I'm not too worried about its potency. And that's the other element when it comes to this. Like, of course, I'm not, you know, what you call it, the medicine doctor. I'm not sitting here like measuring all the things because back in the day, they weren't doing that. When they were writing their recipes, these old, ancestor women, wise women, they weren't saying do 10 milliliters of this and blah, blah, blah. They were throwing that stuff in there and telling you, drink this, honey, drink it. Okay. I'm invoking the knowledge of Sophia. And if you hear what I'm saying, the knowledge of Sophia. I have an ancestor named Sophia, y'all. There's so many elements of cool in that. Okay. So yeah, so I'm throwing this stuff in, I'm trying things, I'm making them food. I'm asking them to try certain savory things so I can get off the sugar. Cause again, y'all, it's the sugar. Between the sugar and the pollution, it's making people ill. Okay. In more ways than one. Inflammation. That's the disease that we're all trying to fight, inflammation. Okay. So yeah, so lemon balm will come a little later when I start tinkering with making gummies. Okay. And yeah, so yeah, that's where we are right now. He seems really excited. Like I said, he came back in here around right at the top of the hour. It's like 20 minutes in since he left. Um, He's usually kind of amped up after running anyway or exercising, which is good. The blood flow is necessary. Um, it makes everybody more clear. I would Oh, yeah, you know what? I am gonna add mint in the morning for him because again, that's a awakener. It wakens you up. It gets you there, okay? Gets you focused in the day. I usually use that trick around with the kids too. Um, with my students, I do practice aromatherapy. And you know what? Before I end this, I do want to talk about like qualifications and stuff. And I know there's a lot of people who are like, "Oh, I need to go to this school to do this, and I need to get these certifications to do all this stuff." And over the years, I thought about it myself, and I was like, "But I'm doing the work." In fact, I'm probably doing more of the work than people who are going to these schools are doing. They're just doing the bare minimum to get a piece of paper to say that they did these things. Okay? I can sit here like I am right now having a conversation, just talking about it, just spitting it out because I'm doing the work. I'm studying this stuff. I need to get back on the fascia thing because I feel like that's also a part of it too. Hydration. We got to get hydrated. When we say this saying, drink water and mind your business, that's what I'm talking about. The fascia. That's fascinating to me in the glymphatic system. So that's on my to-do list for study. Like I'm self-guided, studied. Okay. And it's not about getting a certification or something on the wall to say that, yeah, I did this. Yeah, I can say that. But I'm telling you, I'm talking about it right now. This is the proof. I'm going through it with my brother. Okay. I went through it when I had some difficulties 10 years ago. That's how I know this stuff. Okay, sorry, I'm just pulling out a random thing here. What is this? Oh. uh what is this? That's weird. I don't know. But what's inside it, sometimes look, that's a little unicorn. I'm just saying. The magic's here. Okay? The magic is here. Um, it's magic. It's magic. Magic is science undiscovered. I hope y'all realize that, right? Magic is just science undiscovered. And I do believe in magic. So, yeah. I don't need a certification to do what I need to do to help who I need to help. But I will say, you gotta have an adventurous spirit. You've got to have the will to do what you need to do to take care of yourself, right? And I think that's where a lot of people get afraid. And they're just like, well, I need to see a doctor. I need to go get these certifications. I need to go, that kind of thing. I'm like, yeah, I could have been an herbalist. I mean, if anything, I could probably, if there's a test out there that I can just take and pass it, and then I have the thing on the wall, then yeah, I'll do that. But I'm not gonna sit there and um, necessarily, and I'm not knocking education formally at all, please, by no means. But what I'm saying is, a lot of people use that as an excuse not to do what you need to do. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, do the homework, do the research. I've been reading, researching a lot of things for natural healing and longevity and allergies. Like even right now, I'm actually kind of surprised. I'm going on a little tangent now. We just came back from winter break, and kids are back in school, and some are hacking and and I really forgot I was going to wear a mask this week, but I probably still will. Um, but listening to coworkers talk about how they were sick the whole time during the break, I was never sick once. Like seriously, I did not have one single infectious disease while I was away. Not one single one. Okay. And I'm not even on my full protocol right now because I feel like I'm on maintenance, anything. Um, So I always try to keep my well, I don't even take turmeric regularly. I used to. I need to. I do take my milk thistle. I do take my cinnamon for the joints and stuff. I do take my ginger in tea form almost every day. I carry mint with me, as a oil for breathing. Trying to think of what else. Um, those are the main ones. But then I need to be up on my potassium because I can tell by my puffy eyes I need more potassium. See, again, I learned these things. I stay on the castor oil for a lot of different things, and I'm yeah, loving it. Castor oil. Um, yeah, there's a lot of things going on here. So it is your responsibility to take care of your health and not sit around and wait to go to a doctor, or even worse, don't go to a doctor and sit around and just do nothing, be like, oh, whatever. I've seen too many people do that to themselves. And I'm not saying don't trust doctors, and I'm also saying don't um, ignore what they're saying either. It's like it's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both. Not one thing is going to work in this. And that's why I read to you all the stuff I am doing and talking about with him, with my brother. Because if it was just the medicine, it's not. It's not just the medicine. It's the exercise. It's the food. It's the supplements. And I'm hoping the final piece will be the therapy that he needs to learn to manage his emotions. Okay. But yeah, we're getting there. I'm proud of him. I'm still, giving him his props. He's working hard. I helped him get organized. I think that was another boon for him. uh, Getting organized and how to do it. I mean, that makes life a lot easier, I assure you, for more than one reason, for everybody, really. Um, but I do need to get back on the book thing. So I am, as you see, on here more often. Um, Talking because that's almost the only way I can get most of this stuff out right now. Sitting down to try to make it nice, neat, and pretty, and like influencer. I'm like, dude, I ain't got time for that. I'm in business of living. Okay, I'm in the business of living. All right. With that, I say, take care.